Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning for those in Brazil. Good afternoon for those in other places else. My name is Anderson. I'm Executive Director in ICom, and I just would start talking a little bit about ICom, the organization I'm part of. ICom was the second community foundation established in Brazil. It was established in 2005. And with the mission of promoting community development, connecting, mobilizing, supporting donors and non-profit organizations working in the communities. So Brazil has a very sophisticated social field. I'd say we have very well-established community-based organizations, which we are calling here NGOs or non-profit. So we have local-based organizations working very well. So that's why the idea of ICom is connect them and help them to improve their work and connect them with donors and philanthropists and people that want to contribute with money or time. The main activities of ICom is to provide technical and financial support for NGOs, to promote the culture of philanthropy in the region we operate, which is Florianopolis and neighboring cities, and the production and dissemination of knowledge and citizenship by offering information about how the city is doing, what things have to be improved in terms of public policies and so on. So Conecta is the object of our conversation here today. It's a game online that's available on Facebook for everybody, and the idea of Conecta is to provide a platform where youngsters can think about their community and get to know a little bit more about the challenges that we have in the region where we live. And how did we get there? So ICom worked with youngsters since 2007 on funds to promote social entrepreneurship. And then it was a very, very successful program, also with the support of the Global Fund for Community Foundations, and we managed to work with 300 youngsters that were establishing social initiatives to improve their community. And that's when we start to think about these public as agents that could help us to reach our mission, which is to promote community development. And we did the operation of this fund by helping NGOs and community-based organizations that already work with this public. So the idea is ICom doesn't work directly with the youngsters, but we improve the work of those organizations at the communities which have the contact and have the ability to work directly with those youngsters close to their homes. And the idea of applying for being part of this youth civic engagement program in at the Global Fund was to start working with youngsters that are from higher income families, to encourage them to contribute by giving. This was our first idea, as we believe that the NGOs in the community are already doing a good work with those disadvantaged youngsters. An opportunity for us, community foundation, would be to work with higher income families, youngsters. So this was the first idea. We started to research about how to get to talk to these people, how to bring them together, what kind of program would attract them to understand a little bit more about the needs of the field and how could they engage by donating or assessing their social networks in order to bring resources to deal with projects that they think are important for the community. And then we did the benchmarking, and all those logos you can see here are from organizations we got in touch with, and we got inspiration and information to build up from there. So we have Instituto Geração, IESEC, all youth banks, which are an amazing movement that are being led by community foundations everywhere, and other initiatives, local initiatives that helped us to get to the place where we are now. So during this phase, this stage of research, we had that meeting of the YCE program of Community Foundation in Cluj, and from those discussions there, we got encouraged to let the youth decide how is the best way for them to promote civic engagement. So we went back to those youth-led organizations like ISEC and other local organizations and asked them to reflect, to think how to get in touch with those youngsters. And they form a youth committee, and at that point we left apart the idea of working exclusively with higher income families, youngsters from higher income families, and work with the youth that were interested in doing something. And well, we formed this youth committee inside ICom, and then we started a program on social innovation, which is Social Good Brazil, and from the inspiration of that program and the youth committee, we got to the idea of Conecta, which is a game online, is use of technology for social change. Also, the fact that we are working with youngsters and working with technology, it was very interesting for some local partners, and the input of the Global Fund through the YCE program, we managed to leverage national and local partnerships to make it happen. So we have these organizations and companies that went on board with the youth committee to build up Conecta. And now Leo is going to talk a little bit how was the process of creating the game. Leo is the person in ICom that is leading this youth committee and is helping the group to take to go for that decision making.
Hi everybody. I work with the committee, as Anderson said. So the committee first thought about creating a demo version of the game, and it was restricted to 40 players. And so by that we could understand understand what the players wanted from the game, from this social game. And as I said, it was restricted to 40 players, and after the experiment the game, they gave us feedbacks and suggestions that basically we used to create the version 1.0, which is this screen here. And it's, as you see, it's much colorful and it's more attractive to the player than the other one. And it has a big relation with our original map and as Florianopolis, because Florianopolis, it is an island, and it has a bridge and this part of the continent. And so we wanted to bring this relation with the city to make the player identify himself with the game and with the region that he lives. The questions in the game are basically surrounded by health and education and political activism and transport or urban mobility and environment. So basically how to play is very simple, and you have 10 questions per session, and after those 10 questions you can promote a connector partner and get 2 more tries to play the game. And basically the main goal, the main objective of the game is to make the map more beautiful, because the first screen that shows is very ugly and very polluted and very, it's very dirty. So basically the main goal of the game is to make the map more beautiful. And the player are also encouraged to share his achievements in his Facebook account, and depending on his performance, trophies and points are given, right? And also in the bottom of the screen, as you can see your friends and how many points they have. Also to the process of the communication of Conecta, it was online by our online networks, and also offline. We made a flash mob in the biggest shopping mall here in Florianopolis, and about 40 young people, young persons were involved in that action, and it was a great success for us, and it was very nice. We have also a video on YouTube, but I guess we don't have time enough to show this video. And also we're planning the Giving Circle, but I guess Anderson can explain better about it.
So what are the outcomes of Conecta so far? So far we got about 360 players. This is an account since November 2012 when we launched the game. We have non-profit organizations are the core of the mission, so the missions are about the non-profit, what they are doing, so we are somehow communicating, disseminating the good work the organizations are doing in our community. We have players that are between the age of 18 and 34 years old, the majority of them. If you think about youngsters like my age, from 34 to 44, we have like 90% or 95% of the players are youngsters. Both genders, and what is important for us is that the majority of the access are from Brazil, and from those, they are from here, from the city and the region where we live. And this is something that we are very careful about in order to really be able to measure how is the future impact of the initiatives that came from the group that's playing Conecta to promote community development locally. And the reflections we are having now, we are thinking a lot because the game was just launched. Even if we are thinking about this program since the beginning of 2011 and coming and going and trying to find a good way to work, our worries here are in how ICom as a community foundation can help the organizations that have this core competence of working with youngsters. How can we improve and help them to get better to their mission instead working directly with the youngsters, because nobody knows better the neighborhoods than the organizations that are there working there every day. And as we are local, we can be in touch with them every time. We can talk to them very closely, and we can help them to install locally the capability to improve their community, and youngsters are involved in that. Instead, ICom working with the community as a whole. It's 1 million people living here in the greater Florianopolis, and it would be impossible for us to reach directly. Impossible, no, but maybe it's not the best strategy for us to work straight with the youngsters in projects, but maybe bringing the youngsters to help us to think how to help the organizations that are there for them. So what we are thinking about is how Conecta as a project, as an initiative, helps ICom to get more, to get better recognized in the community. Thinking about promotion of philanthropy, technical and financial support to NGOs, and production and dissemination of knowledge. In which of this line of actions Conecta can be better put in order to help ICom to strengthen its identity, as we are a quite young organization. And yes, we are thinking if we have the best organization to manage the game itself, if it would not be better to ask this youth committee to find out if there is another NGO that would make a better use, a more deep use of the game to promote youth civic engagement in our region. And how can we improve the process of getting this online movement to an offline community engagement? And that's what the Giving Circle is going to promote in our point of view. It's a way of inviting youngsters to donate and inviting them to do something, even if it's in a small scale, for their community. So we are thinking ourselves if the cyber activism enough. And that's our presentation, what we want to share with you. And we are available to answer all your questions and share with you our doubts as well. Thank you very much.